Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger. For today, I think I want to try to kill what remains of use. And so, my goal is to get back to where I can pick up the sword that I don't currently have, which is Tan, which is earlier in the lower 100s. So I think I need to get to a place where I can futz with the HUD. Oh, and I currently have 0 locust idols, and I would like to stay alive. So I also need to be careful. And also, is this a fast travel place? I could go from basement 163 to 197, which would be fantastic. I have in my notes that basically falling down here is where I need to go, and so let's hope it's correct and I'm not about to kill myself. I think it's correct. Because if I do this, it is not correct. Rats. Did I have to kill the other guy first or something? Rats. Why was that not correct? I'm gonna have to go review Mon's hint about how to get to this particular secret area, and see if there was more to it than that. Well, in any case, this leads me to do something that I kind of wanted to do anyway, which is to restart with no brands or burdens, and just kind of like do all of the work in one run. So yeah, I've been here before. Do you still wish to continue? I'm going to say no. Oh, but I don't know the brand that I'm going to... Well... So do I want to give up all... Yeah, I think I do. So, I'm going to give up. I'm going to start a new character. I guess it doesn't matter what I choose for my brand, because whatever I do, it's going to be quote-unquote wrong, I think. So I'm going to choose to be Lorgon 111 this time around. And we'll see what we can get done. Kind of Knowledge-vania-y, as though we were, playing from the start with no assets other than all that we have learned about the game. And I guess all that is, we already have all the memory shard fragments already discovered. And so the game remembers that, even though we're starting kind of a new character, a new run. Most of this won't be interesting to see, so I'm just going to edit down to the highlights, I believe. And I need to remember I do not have the wings, so do not play as though you have the wings. Right, and I don't even have Void Memory yet, so I couldn't even talk to the rock if I wanted to. Fortunately, I already know what the rock is going to say. Okay, and I will be able to collect many a locust idol by farming these chests, and so I'm not too worried about taking too many deaths, even without the wings. And I know these puzzles very well at this point, and so I'm also not worried about that. Yeah, so I think this will go smoothly. So I'll bring you back for the highlights. I chose not to take any shortcuts, just in case any other strange creatures or anything appeared, but I did manage to get all the way to basement 23. And so let's go ahead and try picking up Void Memory, and I can't remember if I found this in my own playthrough or if I have seen it in someone else's at this point. So, you acquired a strange feeling. Your mind feels heavier. You don't know what to make of it. If I talk to the chest again, it's empty. Wait, there's a note inside. It's written in a language you can read. It reads, "My memory of you. With this, you should be able to hear the voice of fallen, all who were and those who are yet to be. And if someone else, that includes you, sis, is reading this, scram, B." The message makes little sense to you. It also kind of makes a little sense to me. B is leaving this chest in Ad's basement? And can I read that again? Yeah, I can read the note again. My memory of you, and we've talked about the fact previously that both Gray and Lilith, when they experienced like the Lotus Eater dream birch tree memories, the memories always focused on Gray. Is B speaking to me? And what happens if Lilith looks twice into this chest? Does it just read the same note, or is the note there? And there's also the fact that when we return to Tail later on, B comes by and advises Tail not to talk to strangers, apparently. And so Tail won't talk to Gray later in the story. And Sif, when talking to Tail, says that B came by and said not to talk to strangers, and I don't know the timeline. B is perhaps a more important figure than I have fully put together in my own like head canon of this game. My memory of you. With this, you should be able to hear the voice of Fallen, all who were, and those who are yet to be. So that also like is suggestive of like time travel or something. Yet to be. And so Tail said that these rocks were eggs that were going to hatch. And so maybe it is the case that some of these souls are going to eventually become someone. And the NPC sinners that I've encountered, could they be the Void Lords? I haven't thought about this really at all. I'm gonna try recontextualizing all of that as a possibility that had never occurred to me. Maybe the NPCs that we encounter in each of the various layers of the dungeon that correspond to various sins are people who would eventually turn into rocks and then hatch into who the Void Lords become, and then somehow go back in time and we interact with them now, or they had a war years ago, or I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like an idea that just popped into my head. And if someone else, that includes you, Sis, and that's usually B talking to Sif, is reading this, Scram, message makes little sense to you. It makes slightly more sense to me now, I suppose. And this is just the rock that says, knock that chest over there 6 times in a row, remain silent, and wait for 6 seconds, the exit will reveal itself. Don't ask how I know. And if I talk to the rock again, after having done this, does the rock say, oh, you already figured it out, or something? Kind of like the rock in Basement 3 does, if I've already used the chest to multiply the Lucas titles. So you did it. Thank you for your trust. Well, good luck. Alright, that's all that rock has to say. I'm learning it's very important to try talking to everything twice in this game. Okay, so we picked up a Void Memory, quote-unquote from scratch. This one just says that the Lonely Ones are important and useful. I have 11 leukocytals, which should be plenty, and also 11 is a good number for me. Okay, I do not have wings, and I do not have a sword, which makes this puzzle a little bit fiddly. And yeah, you don't need to see all the fiddliness. So I will meet you again in the next interesting bit. Okay, something I want to try here is after we rescue this nun person or whatever, I want to wait a long amount of time and see if they turn into a rock after we get through all the dialogue. We've seen the dialogue multiple times before. It is the case that I think I need to walk away before she will finish all the dialogue and like the music changes. She seems lost in thought. So at that point, you need to walk away, then the music fades away, and then if you go back and talk to her again, then you get a chance that she says, do you believe in star, star, star? Alright, and then she says, if you find the exit, let me know. You decide not to bother her for any longer. And the music comes back in, and we're back to just puzzling. And so what I want to know now is, suppose I just wait here for a while, like I did with the when I was talking to Gore in the previous episode after having fed the hungry man a locust idol, and he eventually fell over and looked unsavable and then actually turned into a rock. So I'm just going to wait. Okay, well, I've waited for about 5 minutes. I went and got a glass of water and fiddled around with the level for a bit, and after 5 minutes, you decide not to bother her any longer, and nothing else seems to have happened. So, I think I've done all the due diligence I need to do there. I'm actually going to go back into this cutscene, because there are a few different outcomes to this fun battle that's inside here. And I just want to show some bits of dialogue that we haven't seen before. And also, it's just been a long time since we've had a chance to see this. And it's pretty fun for the first cutscene. Lady Grey! Thank heavens you've arrived! The princess, she's out of control. Please, do something. You're our only hope. Please, hurry. Please, hurry. It hurts. Take care of the princess, Lady Grey. Take care of the princess, Lady Grey. Let's not immediately go in the door this time and talk to this guy. Forgive me, Lady Grey. All I could do was run away. How can I face His Majesty after this? How can I face His Majesty after this? And I presume he's just still say, please hurry? Yeah, and I presume I can't walk out here. You can't leave now? That's right. Alright, let's enter the room where the air is full of menace. The air is full of menace. You enter the room fearlessly. And the only interactable things at the start are the windows, but then we can talk to the bed, and the excitement happens. Prepare to die. Princess's wrath looms upon you. Alright, we need to attack as much as we can if we want to win. Attack! You take a jab at the princess. Royal Rapscallion. Princess's wrath scorns you. Attack plus. You take a jab at the princess. Pompous princess. Princess's wrath lashes out. Death by burning. Attack plus plus. You take a jab at the princess. Spud of a princess. Nice. Get some good damage there. Princess's wrath scorns you. Attack plus plus. You take a jab at the princess. Decadent donkey. That's some good damage. Princess's wrath is readying an all-out attack. Now we need to defend. You steal your resolve. Princess's wrath is going berserk. I'll have you hanged for that. Attack. You take a jab at the princess. Look at how stinky she is. You can see the like smoke coming off her, and I didn't get a chance to read because I was talking. Princess's wrath is exhausted. Now's your chance. Attack plus. You take a jab at the princess. Have some discipline. Princess's wrath is exhausted. Now's your chance. Attack plus plus. You take a jab at the princess. Sovereign scamp. All perfect squares of damage. Princess's wrath lashes out. Booby monster. Okay. Attack plus plus plus. You take a jab at the princess. Spoiled brat. 784, nice. Princess's wrath scorns you. Attack plus 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 plus. Disgrace to the senses, especially the nose. Princess's wrath scorns you. Attack plus 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 plus. Maelstrom of a monarch. Alright, we got her down to half health. She lashes out. Prepare for your doom. Alright, she's not readying an all-out attack though, so I'm going to continue to attack. Abhorrent aristocrat. 2500, nice. Princess's wrath is readying an all-out attack. Okay, now we need to defend. So let us do so. You steal your resolve. Princess's wrath is going berserk. You'll be well done soon. And now we'll go back to attacking. Take a jab. Insufferable imp. I only did 25, but I think she'll be exhausted. Now's your chance, yeah. So now we can get in some good attacks. Self-indulgent regal. And I think she'll still be exhausted, yeah. Now's your chance. You take a jab at the princess. Even a dragon wouldn't eat you. Okay, that's a good one. I hadn't seen that before. Not fair. Alright, we still have half our health and she's almost dead. If I can get in two good shots, I think we'll get her. Hedgeborn Crown Royal or something? Hang! Alright, I think we got her. Thorn and the throne! Yeah, I did it! I won the battle. Princess Wrath has finally subsided, and so I think we get a slightly bit of different dialogue here. How could I lose? I trained so hard. I bet you cheated. Now, your highness. Such a sour note doesn't suit a lady of your stature. Fine, you can have this one. How gracious of you, your highness. Bite me. And then she has different facial expressions she could have here. And so that might have been different from what we've seen before. Now that I've watched 3 or 4 playthroughs, I've seen people do alternate things. At least early playthroughs. Thanks. It was starting to get really boring without you around. I'd wager the guards beg to differ. Always the same thing with you. I leave for a few days and all heck breaks loose. Those bumbling idiots are no fun. Land a few solid hits and they immediately just go screaming for their lives. And that know-it-all Four Eyes is no better. Princess, you mustn't kick the poor guards around. Time to take your bath, princess. And remember to change your underwear daily. Lady Grey will be very mad at me if you don't obey. He dared even to imply I might smell. Princesses don't smell. Orneo should be grateful he gets to be within my royal ambience. The ambience in this room is certainly that of royal proportions. Anyway, his butt is grass next time I see him. Language. Sorry. You can't keep playing the same childish games forever. This country expects a lot from you, and so does His Majesty. Not interested. How about we jump the ship and run away? Just you and me. We can do whatever we like, wherever. Here we go again. I'm serious. What's holding us? Or maybe you just don't want to go with me. Is that it? That's not the point. What is it? The world is much, much greater than either of us. We must be able to put aside our petty wants and needs in order to fulfill our responsibilities. I'm sure you understand this, Your Highness. No, I really don't. Come here, little imp. Let's try to make sense of that hair of yours. Okay, but after that we'll have a rematch. We'll see about that. Alright, that's still a cute, fun scene. That's a good opener for the cutscenes. You could really use a bath, though. Watch your mouth. Alright, there are a few... there's at least one more cutscene where there are different alternates. The dating with Lilith, when Grey goes out on a date with Dan, the accountant, or whatever, where I also want to replay that one so we can see different dialogue options, but that's something for the far future. In any case, I am going to continue to move forward. Where's the next place I need to go? I think the next part of the critical path on my adventure... Oh, I gotta try this, though. Let's just see what happens. 9, 10... 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And now wait for a long, long time. Sorry, Tail. I could talk to you, but I have more important business. So this statue should disappear after a time, which would enable us to get around back behind Tail and interact with the tail that's waving around. And so I think when I do have the sword, sure enough, we've done it. Hungry. Interesting, hungry. That's the same thing that the hungry guy says or whatever. Oh, but I would need the wings too. I can't turn the corner and get back there without the wings. Okay, so that definitely puts the wings on the critical path. I don't expect that there's going to be any difference in any of the dialogue here. You tell her you're looking for a young woman because, in terms of story order, Grey has come for Lily. She's already seen a wedding between, well, the aftermath of a wedding between Her Highness Princess Lily and Johann. And then the Void Lords took Lily away, and she's coming to try to get Lily. She saw a different woman who ran away screaming before I could get a good look at her. I think that's going to be like the bride who cares about looks person. You could try catching up to her, although I can't guarantee that you two will end up in the same place. These walls defy reason. They're ever moving, or so I've been told. Try not to shove those eggs too forcefully. She's the one who refers to them as eggs. They're close to hatching. I've never actually seen one hatch other than Lilith when she turned into an egg and then hatched at kind of like the end of Act 2. I know what you're thinking. I didn't lay them. They simply fall from above every now and then. Sometimes I catch a few and see what will come out of them. And if you listen closely, you can hear their thoughts. It's so exciting. Try it. Maybe you'll be able to hear them too. You ask her if she knows a different way forward. I've heard some floors have more than one exit. They are hidden and only the remaining Void Lords know how to access them. Sure enough, like Mon gives a number of secrets, Gore gives some important secrets, it turns out, I have just discovered. But early in the game, you have to know what a Void Lord is and what it looks like before you'll be able to take advantage of that. You may be able to meet them if you venture deep enough. Doubt they'd be willing to share their secrets with you. Me? I'm no lord. Here I remain. And yeah, I guess we're doing this. I'm gonna kind of review all of the dialogue in the game as I go forward, I think. All right, I'd like to hear your story. The music changes for this story. When Void was still in flux, when all 8 Void Lords still roamed these parts, one of them, named Use, ruled over this particular realm. They were assigned as the gatekeeper and the judge of the lost souls who arrived here. Speaking of Use, in the previous episode, we saw the seal of Use, as well as the seal of Gore. A friend of mine, Kleisier, has been playing Zero Ranger, the developers of this game, previous game, that may or may not exist in the same universe as this game. And in that game, whereas this one has a letter code where the letters correspond to 3x3 on or off grid pixels, that game had a number code where there were just weird symbols. The seal of Use is the symbol for the numeral 1. And the seal of Gore is the symbol for the numeral 5. And after Add, Use was the first Void Lord, and Gore was the 5th Void Lord. So I think if we ever find the seal of Mon, it will be the symbol for 3, as seen in Zero Ranger, which actually looks a bit like the numeral 3, just like in Arabic numerals. And so it will be easy to identify if I ever see it in the future. And so that is some outside the game knowledge that has entered my brain. That is probably, well, I'm not sure how relevant it's going to be, but it exists and I'm mentioning it now. Those souls could get past their judgment. Yes, this place is very much like Dante's Inferno. As vigilant and rigorous as they were, Use was endlessly fascinated by sin. Use did the unthinkable and committed sin themselves. What was the sin? We'll never know, but it divided the Void Lords, caused them to battle. In the end, Use was devoured so that nothing remained. Well, one part of Use did manage to slither away unnoticed. It's still waving about back there, I think. It lay in silence, mindlessly consuming any stray souls that approached it. Mindlessly. After having solved the brand of Use in the previous episode, that leaves a 12-letter word whose second letter is I and whose 5th letter is E. For only something remains that all the brands have. And so I went to a regular expression dictionary, and there were 4 plausible words. One of them was mindlessness. Only mindlessness remains. And mindlessness refers to the condition, looking up a dictionary definition, of thinking nothing of your actions and its consequences. And so choosing to sin even when you shouldn't, or leaving your wedding, such as the NPC who exists as the sinner in this basement area, this circle of hell exists. could apply, so that's at least a plausible word. There's a few other plausible words, and I might come back to them at some point in the future. But tail in particular uses mindless here, and so that's one of the things that made me think that it might be what that is actually saying. It only knew pain and hunger. But as its wounds began to heal, it learned to think. It started to ponder why no amount of lost souls would satiate it. Unable to leave these walls, allowed to live, accepted its rotten existence, knowing none of its questions would ever be answered. That's how I came to be. Thanks, it's been a while since I've been able to share that story. I'm glad I decided not to eat you. It's a joke, you taste terrible. You should probably keep moving. While this realm has been in disarray ever since, don't let your guard down. Void Lords are one thing, but not all lost souls are quite as kind as you. Quite as kind as you. All I did was talk to Tail and let her tell a story, which you could call kindness, but it's also the case that Use was originally the judge of all the sinners, and I think in Dante's Inferno, just smell or see or hear like all the sins of the person and judge their character and decide what circle of hell they would be confined to. And so it's possible that Use is actually like judging us now and judges us as a kind person. I think maybe is possibly the implication of this. And in any case, not all are as kind, and indeed there are others who will try to steal the Void Rod or push us off ledges or different things. Farewell. Maybe we'll meet again. And yes, we definitely will, Tail. Foreshadowing. You decide it's better to move on. And then in terms of other interactions, that makes the tail wiggle around. Watch where you step. My scales are very sensitive. And there's another time... Yeah, she doesn't seem to mind that much. And when she's talking to Sif about knowing that Mon was here, normally she doesn't mind when people grope her scales or whatever, but Mon's touch made her feel uncomfortable as though she'd felt it before. And that's something we won't see in this particular playthrough since I'm playing as Gray rather than Sif. Yeah, and then we know... Alright, you decide it's better to move on, and we know we can also make her bounce a bit. Okay. I think now I'm ready to go back off camera and just do some work until we get back to somewhere noteworthy. So here is one of the tail. I'm trying to think where the first arrow is. It's on the screen, isn't it? Yes. So in the very upper right corner of this screen, if you were looking closely, there's what could be, let me get my mouse cursor out. There's what could be scales over here, but up here, it actually looks very much like an up arrow that's going up, and then it has like an arrowhead like this. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 such arrows that help you piece together the puzzle of Tail's Tale. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go off camera and see you in a bit. And just to randomly point it out on a different screen, here on Basement 48, here's another one of the little arrows in the upper left on Tail's Tale. Oh baby, it's back. The strange creature. I don't know the conditions that caused this strange creature to appear, but I've only seen it once before, and it's back, and I am thrilled. So I need to not screw this up, because I want to talk to it. When I saw it before, I did not have void memory, and now I do. And so I'm rather excited about that. Okay, if I want to get to this creature, I need to be able to build horizontally on 2 different rows using blocks, which means I need to get as many blocks as I can, which means I do want to go back for this block. And which probably means I'm going to need to build across here and pick up this block so I have as many blocks as I can get. And then let's leave a block over there. I think I have plenty of blocks. This is still kind of an early puzzle. So yeah, I can just move this raft of blocks thusly. Alright, strange creature. Tell me your secrets. I was so close, but then Ad threw me away. Use. I was supposed to have that name. I was not good enough. Curse that worm. Give my name back. Interesting. Alright, that's it. I was kind of thinking we were going to get more before I had solved the puzzle of how to get the brand in Use's basements. I was thinking maybe this was going to give me some clue, and I was really worried about whether or not I was ever going to see this strange creature again, but now we've managed to see it and talk to it. And so that is one more thing fulfilled. The only other strange creature I have seen but not talked to is on basement 20. There was a trilobite, and one of the reasons I've not been skipping any levels and taking any shortcuts is so that if there are more strange creatures that appear, I might encounter them and discover what they have to say. And so I'm very happy that that has happened. Alright, once again, I'll meet you soon. There is no reason for me to go down and witness Use's basement right now. And we once saw a strange conversation right over here in this tile, where there was like a ball of light. No one is perfect without me. What am I, or something? It was like a riddle that we heard two people dressed in white saying. I'm still not sure where that fits in. I originally was even like trying to tie that in to some other puzzle I was trying to solve, and I don't remember what now. We have recently exhausted the conversation options with this person, and given that the nun never turned into a soul, I imagine this person won't either, and so I'm going to choose not to interact with them anymore right now, because I feel like that will actually be a waste of my time. Okay, we don't need to replay this cutscene. The strange creature fish does not appear here near B. The leftmost tile on this screen is kind of suspicious to me, and I'm not sure that I've ever tried to pick it up. It is not a secret, however. Alright, now I know. Here is where I get the wings. They will be important, and so I need to get them, so let me craft this brand. This brand is surprisingly tricky to actually craft, but getting the ogre guy up in the upper right trapped at the start is definitely a good first step, and then it's just a little bit tedious to get it all done. And so B here looks like, I don't know, like some kind of weird, creepy frog, insect, bug eye. Beelzebub is Lord of the Flies, and so at the top it looks kind of like fly eyes, but then it looks like it's got like a face and a mouth that's like inverted like the other way on the bottom. I don't know. In any case, it's been a while since I've been down here, and I don't remember exactly what it looks like. It looks like this. Alright. Let's pick up some wings. You acquired a strange pair of wings. They feel extremely brittle. Who knows? Maybe they'll come in handy in the long run. Let's talk to the chest again. It's empty. Wait. There's a note inside. It's written in a language you can read. It reads, "In case you forgot how to use them, you can fly over small gaps with these. Just leap and believe in yourself. If only I had wings of my own. Please give me wings, B." The message makes little sense to you. Okay, that's fascinating. If only I had wings of my own. So, does she mean like wings that are like built into her own? Does she... Like, she left the note in the chest. Couldn't she just get the wings out of the chest? Can she not use them for some reason? I don't know. Those are some wings you've got there. Just don't try to push things while floating around. You'd probably regret it. Don't ask how I know. Alright. Usual stuff. This appears to just be otherwise like wing exploration area. Great. We've got the wings. Good progress. The wings are so good. They're truly the double jump of this Metroidvania, as it were. The greedy NPC is here again. And last time I managed to cleverly kill them by being clever, because I'm clever. And I wonder, speaking of being clever, alright, let's do that since I have wings. I wonder what would happen if I didn't kill them. Like, eventually I have to get the Void Rod back one way or another, right? So, I think I am going to let them take the Void Rod and then not cleverly kill them and see how things go differently. A woman stands in front of a chest blocking her way. She's muttering to herself. Still nothing. Oh, I didn't notice you there. Quite unexpected. Are you a treasure hunter as well? That staff looks pretty good. Would you mind handing it over? I'm an expert on such things. She snatches your staff. By the way, we're in Mon's area. Mon, the greedy one. The music here is great. So that's fun. And I have wings. Oh, what happens if I cut her off right here? Okay, she's just going that way anyway. Okay, so she can beat me even if I have the wings. That's fine. And I wonder if I had the sword at this point, if I would be able to, like, kill her or something. But like I said, I want her to, like, survive and do all the things that she's gonna do. I don't have the Void Rod, right. I just tried to pick up a tile with the Void Rod. Part of what I'm trying to do is I don't have that luxury anymore. I do still have the wings, though. Alright, yeah, this music is so fraught. So on this screen, previously, I killed her with cleverness. And so now, I'm right behind her, which means with the wings especially, I can do stuff like this. But I killed her over here previously, and if I just want to not die and get to where I'm going, how would I do this? I can think of a way, which is to do this, and then that, to kill those guys, and then I can continue to chase her, and then I've never seen her on Basement 100, so she'll take the glass panel shortcut, I suppose. And she also cuts off the... I've heard these described as minotaurs, which would make sense because we're in a labyrinth, and it does kind of look like they have horns and hooves. I'm probably going to continue to call them ogres, though. But whatever. Okay, so she's over here. The mouth thing is going to be in her way, so she's going to travel across the glass the other way, and the mouth is going to come after me if I'm not clever. Yeah, so I actually want to hang out down here and kill the mouth on this hole that she opened up, I think. Yeah, and now it's dead, and that will... Oh boy, am I dead? I think I am dead. Well, fortunately I have 12 lives. Because there's no way for me to get out of this. And I presume it resets her position and everything? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a better job. That's our plan. Do better. It's always a good plan. This music, it's so frenetic. Alright. I'll follow the snake rather than try to get in front of him, and then I'll have plenty of space. Ah, she's going to dead end here. Oh no, because I stepped on the thing and gave her a way out. Okay, so that's not it yet. Alright. I need you right behind me so I can follow her. She'll just walk to the exit, and I think she has the power of... Oh, how do I? How do I solve this? I think I can take a... Oh, she has to wait for me, possibly? I think I can possibly take a long way around with this guy. Yeah, like that. And then I let her out, but then he lets me out. And then, oh my gosh, she's on this floor too. She can just run to the exit just fine. I'm going to have a harder time, especially without the Void Rod. I'm going to need to time some things, probably. Oh, and many of my paths are going to disappear. The paths disappearing are actually mostly to my advantage, I think, right now. Okay, so she's just going to exit. This guy is going to be in my way, and I want him to come back to the left. And then I can just run to the exit. Okay, so that's not really a problem for me. Okay. Unexpected. Music's still going crazy. What is she gonna do here? She's just gonna stand on the exit. And there's no way for me to get to the exit without her help. So I have to do this, which is going to free up this guy. And so... Interesting. Okay, I get it. I need to break these and ensure that this guy is going to come over here. Oh, no. No, it's fine. Is it fine? I needed to break this as well, and I didn't. Okay. Because that's how I'm going to get him to follow me back around here. Okay, this is an interesting puzzle. So it would behoove me to break all of these things first. Then I can have this guy follow me in a little loop. I want him to come over here and then retrace his steps. And once he's here, I can just sit on the exit and he'll eventually let me through. I am forced to give her away to the exit. And I need to trap silly McWhat's-his-face over here. And also have a way for me to escape. Which means he needs to come to the left. And so I guess I'm breaking this. And then this guy also needs to come to the left so that I can get by. So come to the left. I'll hang out up here. Great. Okay, this is a very long escape sequence. I can push various rocks. Many of which would help me get to the exit. How am I going to deal with Smiles Magoo over here, though? He's going to try to kill me when I get to the exit, unless I can do something clever, and without a Void Rod, I'm not sure that I see what cleverness I could have prepared. This is actually the most difficult bit I have seen thus far. Let's just try... Oh, that's not good. Let's try something. Okay, she went out. Oh, and Smiles Magoo did already move. But I need to get over there. That's like impossible, right? Wait a minute. How can I ever... No, I can walk across here. But now the problem is Smiles Magoo. Who is going to kill me? Question mark? Is there a way that I can have him not kill me? I probably needed to do something differently earlier. Wait, if I do this, and this, and this... No, now I'm dead, because I don't have anywhere to go. No, I have wings! I'm a dummy. I forgot about my wings. I'm a big dummy. Don't mind me. If I didn't have wings, though, I'm not immediately certain how I'd solve that puzzle, but let's ignore that for the moment. Alright, she gets away, sure. I can run past this guy and then use my wings. She's gonna take the shortcut. I'm gonna take the less shortcut, but it's still pretty short because I have wings. She gets a giant head start. Ah, but there's a gap. Okay, let's see what happens here. She is carrying the Void Rod, but I guess she doesn't know how to use it because she is not closing the gap. Drat, why doesn't this thing work? Oh, she's trying to work it. Gore, in our conversations, said, I'm surprised a mere mortal is able to wield the Void Rod ad scepter. Do Gray and Lily, perhaps as a result of their bloodlines or ancestry, have special godlike powers that enable us to use it and other mere mortals cannot? That seems plausible. Oh, you again. Please forgive me. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I had no choice. My old man is very sick, and the medicine he needs costs a small fortune, and... Can't you just find it in your heart to forgive me? Look at the expression on her face. That's crazy. Something tells me you aren't buying that. Fine. I know when I'm at the end of my rope. Here, you can have this back. I couldn't get it to work, so it's probably worth this anyway. You got your staff back. It seems to be intact. Try not to lose it again. Alright. I think that's the same text when I killed her and picked it up. What? I returned the staff already, so stop looking at me like that. Here, just to show you I've got no ill will towards you, you can have these as well. I don't see much use for them, but maybe you'll appreciate the gesture. Oh, she gives us 7 locust idols. Lucky! Huh, 3 and 7 are lucky, and 99 is incredible. This place is absolutely massive. I've never seen ruins like this. But I'm sure if I venture deep enough, I'll be able to unearth some spectacular loot. Finders keepers, as they say. And no, I'm not stealing from you again. Just mind your own business, and so will I. Interesting. What's that? I'm blocking your way? Just let me catch my breath for a moment. The cheeky woman refuses to move, but there seems to be no way around her. That sounds like wingless talk to me. Okay, so, let's get crafty. Wings. 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 I could even give her a path to the exit. I'm curious what happens if I talk to her over here. You got that staff working again? Yeah, I saw you wielding it earlier. Shame I couldn't use it. Could have come in really handy for excavating these ruins, I mean. Anyway, you can go ahead. Since you don't seem to have a knack for treasure hunting, I figured I should give you a head start. See you later. Fascinating. I'm really curious if I give her, in order to give her a path to the exit, I would have to move this, I suppose. You decide to leave her be. It's better that way. You have a path to the exit. Are you doing anything? Doesn't seem like it. You decide to leave her be. It's better that way. Okay, I could push her. Hey, calm down. She's become cautious of you. As well you should be. I'm quite powerful. I said I'm sorry, okay? Oh, there could be more dialogue. Hold on, I'm really curious now. Okay, this episode is apparently never going to end, but... Oh, I don't have a way to push her from the other side now because I did not leave myself a block over here. Is that true? I think that is not true. Because I am wily, and I have wings. They call me Wily Wings. She's become cautious of you. Sure, let's push her this way again. Boom. Just stop already. Okay, this is fun. Just stop already. Okay, I might have exhausted her conversation dialogue options. Just stop already. She doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Just stop already. She doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Okay, I think maybe we beat her up enough. Okay, I feel like I've exhausted all the dialogue there. Great! Great! We're reading all the things that can be read in this video game. Probably not all of them because there's so many secrets, but a great portion of them. Okay, for next time, if nothing else interesting happens before then, I'll probably meet you at where we use Tan's brand to go down and fight him for the sword, because that's the next thing we need to do on the critical path, so far as I can tell. So I'm going to say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger. For now, bye-bye.